Okay, here we go. ARL F1 Realistic Performance. Our first ever race with the brand new realistic performance settings. Usually we are equal performance, but this makes it a little more like real life. Your Mercedes, Ferraris, Red Bulls, McLarens are all going to be at the front. Those who are stuck in the Haas, Alfa Romeo, Williams are all going to be struggling towards the back. It'll be interesting to see how we get on. We've never done something like this before, so let's kick it off with qualifying for round one. First car to start a lap, GSR Riles in the Red Bull Racing Honda. He's going to want to pull a Max Verstappen and win the Drivers' Championship. He's going to be one of those drivers to watch out for, that's for sure. One real thing that's going to be a struggle for our drivers, I feel, is the way the car handles from equal to realistic is totally different. They've been putting in the practice today, and they know what to do in order to get the result in which they want, as GSR Riles validates his first flying lap. Next car, Wenlock, his ARL debut. The Alfa Romeo. It's going to be interesting to see what he can do with this vehicle. Might be an invalidation. No, he keeps it clean. Keeps it within the track limits. He heads towards the final corner now. Crosses the line and does a 129.6 in his Ferrari-powered Alfa Romeo. Next up is Don't Link, goes almost 3 seconds faster with a 26.8. Psychopath and Savage Hammy completing their laps. So far, it's Mercedes with the upper hand. Next up to cross the line is going to be TB. Comes through to the line, goes P4 with a 28.1 in his Alpine. Ferrari boys are up next to begin their laps. Jet Run 76, you may know him as last season's equal performance drivers champion. He did it in this car, in the Ferrari, so let's see if he can do the unthinkable and win both an equal and realistic performance. GSR Riles is going to be the next car to complete a lap. This one is valid and it's good enough for P3 at 27.0. Looks like Koenigsegg is going to be the next one to complete a lap as he heads towards the final corner in his beautiful looking Mercedes AMG. Comes up to the line, opens up the DRS. Only good enough for P6 at 27.4. He's going to want to find some time in that Mercedes. Wonder Toast invalidated his lap. Next up to cross the line is going to be Jet Run. He jumps up to P6. Next up will be yesterday's equal performance winner, SSR Husky. He goes P1 in his Ferrari. Very good lap by him. It's only the first lap of qualifying, but very well put together lap by him there. Next up, the Alpha Tauri of the Schmrees, I believe is how he pronounces his gamer tag, beginning his lap now, as Slav jumps up to P9 with a 28.0. ARL is going to be heading toward pit lane. I believe Tychopath is going to be doing the same. Getting right on board here with the Schmrees. He is on a flying lap. Is Alpha Tauri, the sister team to Red Bull, if you will. There's a yellow flag for one of the Alpines. Looks like Slav might have spun. I hop back on board with the Schmrees as he finishes up his first flying lap. Coming through the final corner, run through the apex, get as wide as you can on exit. Open up the DRS, coming across the line, jumps up to P9 with a 28 flat, just ahead of Slav. Not sure why Tycho is cutting corners like that. Next car to complete their lap is going to be Ouroboros GT. His Alpha Tauri. Going to be interesting to see what he can do. He's pretty quick in the equal performance cars, but now he's in a realistic performance Alpha Tauri. He jumps up to P12 with a 28.1. Wonder Toast beginning his first lap on the medium compound tires. Savage Hammy is about to start his second run. We're going to go for an onboard lap here with Savage Hammy as he goes through the first few corners. Here comes Savage Hammy through the final corner, coming to the line. Does not seem like he improved. Next up is going to be Fearsome Ryan coming out of the final corner. He jumps up to the top, a 126.7 in the McLaren. Very good lap by him. GSR Riles also jumped a spot up into 4th place. Koenigsegg is going to be the next car to cross the line. And I want to do better than 8th in his Mercedes. That car should be up on the front 2 rows. Let's see if he can do it. He does. He goes up to P2. EB's going to be crossing the line next in the Alpine. He jumps up 2 positions to P9. Next up, we are waiting on Season 6 equal champion, Jet Run. Looks like he had a good sector too. Let's see if he can keep it together in the final corner. He does. Coming to the line. He goes to P6 with a 26.9. Savage Hammy's going to be next up, but he invalidated his lap, so he's going to be going straight for pit lane. SSR Husky will be the next driver to watch on board. Heading towards the final corner right now. Very good run through there. Coming to the line. Can he go back on the pole position? He does! A 126.4. That is a flyer. In the Ferrari as well. A car which you would expect to be third or fourth in performance, but he is outperforming that Ferrari today. PCDN loading in the Aston Martin will be next up. Looks like he will stay in 13th position. A lot of cars starting to come out of the pits for their final run here in qualifying. Wenlock will be the next car to cross the line in the Alfa Romeo. Can he improve? Can just barely, but is not good enough to gain another position. Boris is about to begin what will probably be his final lap of qualifying. Gonna want to do better than P12. Both of the Red Bulls are about to begin their flyers. It's going to be Savage Hammy to start his final lap first. He's going to want to do much better than 7th place being in the Red Bull. Psychopath gearing up for his final flying lap, as well as GSR Riles, and not sure what Psychopath's doing. Not sure if he abandoned the lap or before it even started or what happened with him, but interesting. Don't Link comes out of the final corner. He's going to dive for pit lane. Right on board with Ouroboros GT. Oh, gets a slight lock up there into the left-hander. Runs a little bit wide. Keeps it within the track limits though. Comes through the final corner now, where Ouroboros can put his AlphaTauri. Jumps up one spot ahead of his teammate. Savage Hammy is going to be next up. Can he get higher? Yes, he does. P2, a huge jump by Savage Hammy. Next up will be GSR Riles, his teammate. Let's see if he can join Hammy on the front row. Possibly lock out the front row. And he jumps up ahead of Hammy, but not good enough past SSR Husky. What kind of teamwork do we have going on here? Two cars giving each other a tow. Very interesting there. Like the next car who's going to be completing a lap is TB. As he went purple through the middle sector. Let's see if that holds true. Comes to the line. Stays P9. Wenlock on his final flying lap. Psychopath goes purple in the middle sector. As it looks like CCD unloading? No. Wonder Toast crashes. Here comes Psychopath through the final corner now. Can he put that McLaren any higher? Up by his teammate. He cannot. Seems like the tow that he was given by his teammate didn't do anything. ECDN loading is going to be the next car to complete a lap. He does not improve. Koenigsegg will be the next car to cross the line. Can he go higher? He can. He goes on the front row. Koenigsegg onto the front row. Flav will be next across the line. He does not improve. TB will be the next car. Can he improve? He cannot. He will be diving for the pit lane. Wenlock, he invalidated his lap. So it looks like that will be it for qualifying. And just like that, back-to-back races, SSR Husky is on pole position. He was on pole position yesterday in our equal performance tier. Can he do what he did yesterday and win the race? Koenigsegg follows in the Mercedes, followed by the two Red Bulls of Riles and Hammy. Fearsome Ryan is next up, followed by Don't Link, Jet Run, Tychopath, TB, Slav, Ouroboros, the Schmrees, CCD and Loading, Wenlock, and I believe the final driver is Wonder Toast. As we now head into the Grand Prix itself. 28 laps at the Bahrain International Circuit. The first ever ARL realistic performance race. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out for our drivers today. We are about to get going. Our drivers are making final strategy calls, setup changes, doing what little they can within the parc fermé conditions as they get their race cars ready to battle under the lights here in Bahrain. And here we are on the grid as we set off on the formation lap. Take a look at what tires our drivers are using. Very interesting. So the top 10 are all on the soft tires, obviously. And then the two AlphaTauri drivers, Ouroboros GT on the mediums. And then the Schmrees is on the hard compound tires. Wenlock is on the hard compound tires as well. And then the two Aston Martin drivers are both on the soft compound tire. Very interesting strategy call by the Schmrees and Wenlock. I'm really not sure how that's going to work out for them, but who knows, it could work out. Few cars I would look for to come through the field today include Pearson Ryan, Jet Run, Tychopath, EB, and Ouroboros GT. They are all very quick drivers, and I'm sure they'll be able to put their realistic performance cars through the paces and work their way up to the front. Yesterday, SSR Husky in our equal performance tier, he qualified on pole, but there was a virtual safety car on lap 1, which he ended up speeding during. So he got a drive-through penalty, but he still came back to win the race. So hopefully for him, he doesn't get a drive-through penalty, but if he does, I'm sure he knows that he can make his way back from it. Koenigsegg in P2 in the Mercedes, he's going to want to take the battle to SSR Husky today. Then on row 2, it's going to be the two Red Bull drivers. They're going to want to do much better than that. They're going to be shooting for a double podium here. The drivers are trying to get every last degree of temperature into those tires as possible as we head to the starting grid now. As the Ferrari of SSR Husky is lining up in his pole position grid spot. Koenigsegg follows. Everybody is getting ready to do battle under the lights. Three, four, five red lights. It's lights out, and we are underway in ARL realistic performance. All the drivers get away cleanly. All the drivers are fanning out as well. We are 4 wide in parts. Whoa! Slab completely takes out the leader. Oh my God! That is the worst thing I've ever seen in ARL. He didn't even break into turn 1 and took out the leader. Unacceptable. That is horrible. Absolutely unacceptable from whoever that was. From Slav. Absolutely unacceptable. That is something that the stewards are definitely going to be looking over, as Slav just took out the man who was on pole, SSR Husky. As we are back to green flag conditions, GSR Riles leads Bahrain Grand Prix. Jet Run's going to be looking to make the move here on Koenigsegg. He's going to have the ERS. Gonna go for the move. Looks like he's going to. Yes, he does. He goes down the inside of Koenigsegg. Now Savage Hammy is right there. As the SSR Husky is into the pitch, changing his wing. Oh, I feel horrible for him. None of that was his fault. He was on pole position by a few tenths and got taken out in turn 1 by a back marker on the start. I feel horrible for him. I believe Wonder Toes had a spin on the exit of turn 3. He dropped back quite a lot, actually. Coming to the line now, the DRS will be enabled, so we will start to see some more moves. Everybody's pretty spread out though, so hopefully we do not see a DRS train, because we had one yesterday and I must admit it was pretty boring. There you see the message, DRS has been enabled. Like Savage Hammy's going to want to make a move on Koenigsegg here. Too far behind, but Koenigsegg runs deep into the corner. Hammy might be able to sneak his way past. No, he'll be too far behind. The only good thing I could say SSR Husky has going for him is yesterday, basically, he had a lot of bad luck. He sped under the virtual safety car right as we were going back to green while he was in the lead. Ended up going about half a lap down. He won the race, so he can easily come back from this. So granted, he's probably going to need a safety car to get back into the running. Looks like the two Mercedes are battling. Link easily gets past Koenigsegg. Here's some Ryans is on the lookout, trying to find his way through. Jet Run is getting ever closer to GSR Riles. Should see the first few pit stops happening within the next few laps. Those soft tires do not like to last a long time around this track. Jet Run is getting ever closer to GSR Riles for the lead. The two championship protagonists from last season in equal performance went down to the last race between these two. GSR Riles is going to bend to the inside. Looks like Jet will be too far behind unless he absolutely sends it, which he thinks much better of. Jet Run maybe coming back here, and he does. He goes down the inside of GSR Riles. They're still side by side as they head through turn 4. Jet Run takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Riles is wanting to get back in front of that Ferrari. Dirty air is not helping him though. Psychopath defending hard from TB. He did the same moves yesterday. And yesterday when he tried them, they did not work out for him. So I'm not sure why he's defending like that once again. Pearson Ryan's going to be getting really close to Koenigsegg here, but it looks like, unfortunately, we have a DRS train forming. Moves are going to be very hard to come by now. TB's trying to find his way around Psychopath in the McLaren. I know TB has much more pace in that Alpine. He just needs to get it out. They head towards the downhill left-hander. Not usually an overtaking zone, but you never know. If you're late on the brakes, you can easily make it happen. Psychopath weaving. Only lap 6, Psychopath. This isn't the last lap of the whole season. Don't need to defend so hard, buddy. TB is going to be tired of that. He's going to want to find his way through. Gonna have the DRS assistance on the front straight though, and in his favor, Psychopath will not have the DRS, as it looks like, I believe that's Koenigsegg coming into the pits. He will be the first car to dive into pit lane. TB gonna get close enough to make a move into turn 1. He's gaining. He's gonna go down the inside. They're still side by side, and Psychopath holds on to the position, but TB will have the DRS once again. He will not be close enough to make a move. Still stuck behind the McLaren of Psychopath. Don't Link is behind Savage Hammy. That's a battle for P3 currently. If more drivers will end up taking to the pit lane when Koenigsegg pit, he went for another pair of soft tires. I think he was taking notes from yesterday's race. Those soft tires can make it a decent amount. Don't Link comes into the pit lane, so both Mercedes drivers have pit. Psychopath still defending hard. And TB's going to be going down the inside of Psychopath. Gets that move done, but Psychopath is still going to be right there as they head on to the second straight. Going to have the DRS as well. He tries to go around the outside. Can he make it stick? They're still side by side. TB stays ahead. Great battling between these two. ARL still right there behind Jet Run. We going for round 2, boys? Does not appear that Psychopath is close enough to make a move. This is not usually an overtaking corner anyways. Now that Psychopath is in the dirty air, he is starting to struggle even more as TB loses it right in front. The Alpine spins around. just as he gains the position, and he's coming right back onto the track. That is not how you rejoin a green racing circuit right in front of the other drivers. That is not how you do that. That might be looked on by the stewards as Fearsome Ryan makes an easy move into turn 1 on Savage Hammy, but he's hanging it around the outside. Fearsome Ryan gets the move done, but Savage will be right there. Gonna have the DRS. Can he make the move to get back into P3? He's looking around the outside. Can he make the Red Bull stick around? Believe he is still there. He's still there. Fearsome Ryan keeps the position. I believe these two Mercedes have been battling, which isn't good for them as TB lost it again. TB and the Alpine starting to struggle. As Wenlock gets the first time penalty of the race, a 3-second time penalty. If Don't Link is going to be able to make the move, he does easily. Just breezes past TB, whose tires are extremely damaged. He's spun twice within a lap. Looks like Jet Run, GSR Riles are into the pit lane, so now it's just Fearsome and Savage Hammy. Jet Run putting on the hard compound tires. GSR Riles putting on the medium compound. Psychopath gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. See if the Mercedes drivers are going to be out. Oh, they do! Koenigsegg be able to make it out in time? Looks like he may beat GSR Riles, and he does. Don't Link takes the lead of the race. Basically, everybody else ahead of him has the pit. Don't Link is now your effective race leader. He's going to have the pit again. So is Koenigsegg. Jet Run, on the other hand, he will not have the pit again. It's just a matter of if he can keep the pace up on those hard compound tires. Up at the front, it's Fearsome Ryan, followed by Savage Hammy and the Red Bull. They should be pitting within the next lap or so, I would think. Like we're seeing a move further back. Wenlock just completely goes off track. Psychopath's looking to take advantage of that, and he does. Savage Hammy comes into the pits on lap 10 of the Grand Prix. Fearsome Ryan stays out. Looks like Savage Hammy will be putting on the medium compound tires. He may be able to get those to the end. He's pretty good with his tire saving. But a lot of cars are coming through now. Top 4 effectively come through and all past Savage Hammy. Further on back, SSR Huskies wanting to get his way back up through the field. Koenigsegg looks like he was trying to make a move on Jet Run there. Did not pull it off, unfortunately, though. As of right now, the only retirement from this race is Slav, who, not sure if he had some technical issues into turn 1, but let's just say he did not brake and took out the leaders. Thankfully, the leaders are not completely out of this Grand Prix. but they did drop to the back. That was SSR Husky. He was on pole position and got taken out in turn 1 by car who was in P11, I'm pretty sure. So the stewards will be looking at that post race, as it looks like Fearsome Ryan came into the pits. We got a huge battle going on at the front. Don't Leak trying to go around the outside. There's not much room. They're still side by side, and Don't Link gets the position P2 as Koenigsegg and Jet Runner side by side. Koenigsegg stays P4, Jet Run P5, followed by Savage Hammy. Very close battling for being almost halfway through this Grand Prix. That run wants to get back around Koenigsegg. Also, must be said, what a job by these AlphaTauri drivers so far. P2 and P3, granted they haven't pit, but great job by them choosing the strategy which has put them at the front so far. They are going to have the pit, so they will drop back a little bit further, I reckon. Looks like we have a yellow flag. Wonder Toast has crashed out. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like we can see what happened, but it looks like he lost it through the S's. Koenigsegg's coming towards Ouroboros GT. Oh, they make contact! They make huge contact! Oh, wow! What on earth just happened? I am at a loss for words. I'm blown away. I don't know what just happened. It looked like Koenigsegg and Ouroboros GT made contact on the front straight, and Koenigsegg lost his car. They very nearly took out Don't Link in the Schmeries up at the front. That will be talked about. I have no clue what happened. As of right now, we are under virtual safety car conditions. Safety car will not be brought out as of now. Did Koenigsegg get a penalty for that? He did. He got a 10-second time penalty for something in which, I mean, I don't think there was anything he could have done about that, really. Jet Run goes around the outside. Ouroboros. Ouroboros spins! Goodness gracious, what is happening? Out of nowhere, absolute chaos. Koenigsegg, he's going to have the pit. This is going to completely ruin his strategy. He was up at the front and then got taken out. Unbelievable. He's going to dive for the pit lane. Is Ouroboros going to dive for the pit lane? No, I believe he does not have damage. I wish there was a way we could get a replay of what happened there, but unfortunately we can't. Jet Run, as the DRS on GSR Riles, is not close enough to make a move though. Koenigsegg now comes out in 13th place, plus the 10-second time penalty, which the stewards may take away post-race, depending on, they'll take a look at clips and see what caused that incident into turn 1. Tychopath is going to be on the back of Ouroboros GT here. I don't think he'll be close enough to make a move, though. It's very close, but not close enough. GSR Riles is going to be looking to pass the Schmeries here in the sister Honda team. He make the move into turn 1. He thinks much better of it. Way too far behind to be able to make a move there. Psychopath and Ouroboros are going side by side down the front stretch. Psychopath easily through. Looks like up front, GSR Riles has made the move for P2. Like I mentioned, the Schmrees will have to pit again. As Jet Run finds his way through, possibly, they're still side by side heading into the slowest corner on the track. They keep it clean. They're still side by side. Great racing. Jet Run takes a position, but the Schmrees is coming back. Jet Run squeezing him all the way. Looks like they made slight contact there, but the Jet Run moves into third position. SSR Husky now wants to get past Ouroboros. Is not close enough, unfortunately. Fearsome Ryan gets a 3-second time penalty. SSR Husky goes down the inside. Takes advantage of Ouroboros' deep move. Moves up into 8th place. Don't Link making his final pit stop of the race. GSR Riles takes the effective lead. Savage Hammy now looking to pass the Schmrees. Head into turn 1. Easy move for Savage Hammy there. Is Ouroboros going to be close enough for a move on SSR Husky? I don't think so unless he sends it. He is going to send it. Completely overshoots the corner. My gosh. We are now just a little over past halfway through this Grand Prix. Things are still pretty wild. This race could change dramatically as Savage Hammy is now coming up towards the back of Jet Run. Looking for the Red Bull 1-2. Don't Link now looking to get past Ouroboros GT. Gonna have the DRS. Is he gonna be close enough to make a move? I don't believe he'll be able to. Very close to the back of that AlphaTauri though. He's gonna have the dirty air. He wants to be very careful on the throttle. Oh, what a move. The switchback. That was beautiful. Up at the front, Savage Hammy goes down the inside of Jet Run. Great move there. Ouroboros GT further on back is going to want to get past Don't Link, but the speed of that Mercedes is helping out. Ouroboros is coming back. He's going to go down the inside of the Mercedes. He gets that position. Don't Link is right back there, and he does a switchback on Ouroboros yet again, making him look silly. Don't Link with some beautiful racecraft. We have another battle further back for P10, the final points paying position. We head up towards the front. It's currently a Red Bull 1-2. Great work by those two drivers. I expected nothing less. But there's still a long way to go in this Grand Prix. GSR Riles and Savage Hammy are going to want to work together now to pull away from Jet Run. But at the same time, they don't want to hold each other up by battling, so this could be interesting with team orders if they start to get closer to each other, which they've been pretty close. At the back, CCDN loading, looking to get around Wenlock. Gonna have the DRS. Easy move, just flies by. Koenigsegg, you can see him right here. Currently last of the running cars. Very unfortunate incident happened to him in turn 1 between himself and Ouroboros GT. They came together. I'm unsure what happened, but the stewards will more than likely be looking at that towards the end of the race. Back at the front, still looking the same. The two Red Bulls pulling away slightly, but Jet Run is still there thanks to the DRS. Savage Hammy is getting really close to GSR Riles, so we may see an inter-team battle. Also, SSR Husky and Don't Link, they're having a nice little race. I believe Don't Link found his way past SSR Husky, so he's wanting to get back up towards the front. Savage Hammy goes down the inside of his teammate GSR Riles for the race lead. GSR Riles looking to get past, but he's going to have the DRS. The more they battle, the closer Jet Run's going to get. GSR Riles thinks better of it, though. They do not want to risk a collision at this stage in the race. It looks like the Schmreeze is currently pitting. Koenigsegg passing CCDN loading for P11. He's working his way up. He wants to get a point at least. I'm sure he'll be able to. As it looks like Jet Run and GSR Riles are side by side. Ooh, slight contact, more contact. Jet Run moves up into P2. That slight little battle the two Red Bull teammates had brought Jet Run back into the mix. Don't Link is going to be looking to make the move on Tycho Path. Thinks better of it. This isn't really an overtaking corner. We head back onto the front straight now, coming to lap 20 of 29. GSR Riles with the DRS. Gets the position easily, but Jet Run may fight it back. It looks like SSR Husky spun in the background. He's dropping down positions. Jet Run will not be close enough to get that P2 back. Yeah, SSR Husky, he dropped back, so now Koenigsegg is back up into the points. As Ouroboros GT is in the pits. Also, SSR Husky and CCDN Loading are in the pits. They all put on the soft tires. Will Don't Link be close enough this lap? I don't believe he will for this particular straight. We go. GSR Riles versus Jet Run once again. Jet's going to have the DRS and the straight line advantage of that Ferrari engine. Is he going to send it down the inside? Not close enough, but he will have the DRS once again into turn 4. Doesn't get the greatest exit though. Looks like he'll be staying behind. Don't Link going for the move for P5 in this race. He gets the move done. Easy move by him. Further back, his teammate Koenigsegg looking to make a move on TB. Goes down the inside easily. Flies past the Alpine. Wenlock is in the pits. Savage Hammy hasn't been able to pull away as much as he probably wanted to. These two battling is really helping him out. Will Jet Run be close enough this lap to make a move? I have the DRS and the ERS. He is flying. Here he comes. Jet Run. He's going to go down the inside. Gets the move done. GSR Ryle's still there, though. He's going to want to get the move back. But he will not have the DRS. He was not ahead at the DRS detection point. He's going to want to tuck up behind Jet Run and get him on the next available straight. SSR Husky sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 28.7. He's on brand new soft tires. Koenigsegg is out. He's crashed in the same place as Wonder Toast. If we can get a view of him. He's over there to the left as the virtual safety car comes out for the third time. Very unfortunate for Koenigsegg. He had a pretty rough race, it must be said. And we are back to racing with 7 laps to go. Psychopath comes into the pit lane. He was running in P6. Probably going to be dropping down a few positions. Psychopath drops down into P8, loses 2 positions from the pit stop. Should come out in front of Ouroboros GT. It'll be interesting to see how those mediums versus the hards fare out with 5 laps to go, if GSR Riles is going to be able to get back into the second position. Going to be in DRS range. Doesn't look like the Honda power is going to be enough for him. It's very close though. Going to have DRS once again. Still looks like he's going to be too far back to be able to make a move into turn 4. Seems like Jet Run is slightly pulling away. In fact, it looks like he's starting to reel in Savage Hammy a little bit. Jet Run is reeling in Savage Hammy just slightly. He's going to want to get a move on with it, though, if he wants to win this race. GSR Riles is in the DRS range once again. Can he get Jet Run here? He's getting really close. He's going down the inside. Pulls out of it. Jet Run runs a little bit deep. GSR Riles is going to have the DRS once again. He may be able to make a move here into turn 4 for P2. He's going down the inside. He backs out yet again. I think he is saving this for the final 2 or 3 laps, but if I was him, I would try to make this move as soon as I can before those mediums give up. Good thing is, though, for Savage Hammy, the more that Jet Run and GSR Riles battle, further Savage Hammy is going to be able to pull away. GSR Riles still hanging in that DRS zone. As they come to 4 laps to go. Savage Hammy leads the race from Jet Run and GSR Riles. Riles is going to be in the DRS range once again. Can he make the move happen? Gaining a lot. Jet Run's going to go a little bit defensive. Riles still sticks behind. I want that DRS into turn 4 though. Doesn't get the greatest exit. Must be said, the 2 Red Bull drivers both play on controllers, so very well done to them. I believe just about every other driver besides Wonder Toast, I believe, is on a wheel. There's only 3 controller drivers, I believe. Great job by them for being P1 and P3 at the moment. Possibly P1 and P2 further back. Oh! Just barely caught it. TB went flying into the wall. Looks like him and Tychopath were side by side. Not sure if there was contact. Unfortunately, I couldn't hop on board in time. If TB has wing damage, I'm sure he does. Yes. Completely missing his right end plate. So he'll want to box and get that fixed. GSR Riles is going to be even closer than he has before. Surely this is the move. Goes to the outside. As it appears SSR Husky spun again. Jet Run's going to hang it in. No, he does not. He is too far back. Jet Run's going to have the DRS though, but he will not be close enough. It's currently a Red Bull 1-2. Great job by them, but you can never count out Jet Run. He is right there, and he will be right there until the checkered flag. These two have a lot of past experience. They were 1 and 2 in last year's championship. 2 very close rivals with each other. Jet Run's going to have the DRS. He's going to be really close this straight. But that straight line speed of the Red Bull is really helping out. TB gets a 5-second time penalty to add to his worries. TB has retired. He did not want to continue. He was done with it. We go Jet Run onto the front straight. Gonna have the DRS, but that Honda powered Red Bull is still pulling away. Jet Run is bringing him back in though. Is he gonna send it? Almost does. Riles goes a little bit deep. Jet Run with the DRS. should be able to get by. Goes down the inside of GSR Riles there. And takes P2 back. With 2 laps to go, Jet Run is back up into P2. Meanwhile, Hammy is running away with this. This will be a very good result for the Red Bull boys no matter what. Things were looking good for Ferrari when SSR Husky qualified on pole position, but then was taken out in turn 1 by a back marker. GSR Riles is going to have one final lap to get past Jet Run and seal the Red Bull 1-2. This is it. One final lap. Pretty far back, but the DRS will pull him back in, and I'm sure he's going to be draining that battery. Still won't be close enough for a move into turn 1. He'll have to make a move into turn 4. Does not get a good exit out of 1 though. Still going to be quite far behind from Jet Run. He's going to have one more DRS straight to try and get past that Ferrari. GSR Riles falling back slightly. It looks like those mediums, 18 laps old, are starting to give him some trouble. Needs to line up the exit here perfectly. He gets a pretty good exit. He's on the DRS now. Still going to be quite far back. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find his way around for the P2 spot. Unless he can line up this exit really well. Jet Run gets a little out of shape, but GSR Riles is just too far behind. And as he comes through the final corner, Savage Hammy did not have a great qualifying. He had a fantastic race. He's going to take the win in the first ever ARL F1 Realistic League. Jet Run's going to come home P2. GSR Riles to seal the 1-3 for the team. Here's some Ryan coming home in P4. Don't link P5 for Mercedes. Next up will be the Schmrees. He had a wonderful race, it must be said. He started towards the back. Next up will be Tychopath. He didn't have the greatest race. He had a few mistakes here and there with other drivers. Ouroboros, not the race he wanted, but still gets points for the team. CCDN Loading gets a penalty. These two are still battling it out. SSR Husky, the man who started on pole but was taken out in turn 1 by a back marker. Very unfortunate for him. He's going to come around the final corner. He's going to finish P9, I believe, on penalties. I think he's still clear of CCDN Loading. And he crashes across the line just as he did last night. And then last but not least is Wenlock. Fortunately, will not be scoring points as he finishes P11. Driver of the day, the Schmrees. I think that's pretty well deserving. He had a great race. There he is, Savage Hammy wins the first ever ARL F1 Realistic race here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Red Bull takes a 1-3 finish. Great job by them. Great points for the team. I'm sure they are the championship favorites as of now. Jet Run, must be said, he had a great race too to pick up his teammate Shambles. He comes home P2 in Ferrari. Here are your results from the Bahrain Grand Prix. Savage Hammy, Jet Run, GSR Riles, all on the podium. Fearsome Ryan, Don't Link, The Schmreeze, Tychopath, Ouroboros GT, SSR Husky, CCDN Loading, Wenlock TB, Koenigsegg, Wonder Toast, and Slav comes home at the back. Thank you for tuning in to ARL F1 Realistic League. We also have ARL ACC GT4, which is on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We have ACC GT3, which is on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. ARL F1 Equal Tier, which is on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Then ARL Realistic, which is on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have ARL iRacing GT3, which is on Tuesdays from 7 to 9. If you would like to join any of the series, there should be a Discord link in the bio. And if you haven't already, give us a follow, subscription. It was very nice to have you, and we look forward to seeing you next time.